Good morning, everyone. This is Ripgal. We are jumping into the Wheel of Struggle a little late. I had some problems with the early season and timing just hasn't worked out. So this is one that I really wanted to do. We're going to jump in, even though I'm not going to be able to compete, to really compete this season, with Plants vs. Zombies. We've got 5 hours to play adventure mode. It's going to be real simple. And I'm going to go ahead and just jump into it. I love Plants vs. Zombies. It is a great game. I'm a big fan of tower defense games. And this is a kind of simplified version of that vibe. We get our sod rollout, we get our tutorials. And I think one of the big things that we're doing is, since we are kind of doing a speedrun vibe, normally you want to be putting your plants as far towards the back as you can, but the downside with that is it takes longer. And since we have a time limit, we want to get our plants up close and personal as often as we can to make things go faster. Which I realized after I placed that first one, obviously, but that's okay. I suspect once we get going, one of the big things we're going to be doing is get that, try and get some solid stuff up towards the front. Okay, it's expanding now. Yep. Sunflowers we do want towards the back. Sunflowers give us more sun. Tutorial's kind of forcing us to do a third one, which is fine. We do like having multiple sunflowers. Sunflowers give us extra currency. I feel like that's probably a good middle ground there. It's a good balance between all the way at the front and leaving a little bit of room so that they don't get killed. Because if the zombies get to our plants, they will start killing them. Obviously, we're still in tutorial mode here, so this should be very easy. There we go. Awesome. That gives us the cherries. Cherries are a bomb that just blows up an area, which will be very useful, especially for these cones. Oh, we're still on 3 rows? Okay. Apparently we're still on 3 rows. Go ahead and get... Yeah. Yeah, that's probably fair. I kind of shoehorned that guy in when I knew I didn't have enough room. There we go. Get that double up, see if we can actually start killing these guys without having to resort to cherry bombs. I think as long as we've got 2, we should be okay. Never mind. It's been a while since I played this. And I've definitely never tried to do more of like a speedrun vibe with it, so this is going to be a fun jaunt, as it were. I'm sure it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Huge wave of zombies would probably be the worst that could happen. But it is final wave. That's actually good to know, or good to keep in mind as well, is since we know this is final wave, we can spend on like cherry bombs and stuff. Walnuts. Walnuts give us a barrier that will help protect our pea shooters that we're planting way too far in front. Zombies are coming. Come on. Walnuts are just very sturdy. They can take a lot of hits, so it's a good way for us to kind of, once we get going, be able to plant our pea shooters towards the front more without having them as much at risk. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. There we go. Might be in trouble on this one. I think I'm gonna try and just cherry bomb it. Yeah. In the interest of safety. And we've got plenty of resources here. Awesome. I'm not sure why we need to dig up these plants, but apparently we do. We're going bowling. Oh, okay. So, Walnut Bowling is kind of just like a mini game here. I feel like I'm doing it a little bit too early, namely because we're ending up not hitting the back row off the recoil. So like right here, we can actually get a third hit that way. Wait until there's a little bit more back row. I'm gonna go for that. We'll go ahead and do a middle row just to really knock out a bunch. Final wave. We're gonna wait a little bit just to get this, or to get a little bit of build up, get some, so we can hit more than we would otherwise be able to. I'm gonna knock that guy out so that we can take out the rest of that. And that gives us a very quick run. Potato mines are awesome. They just take a little bit of time. Zombies are going to start coming. Come on. That should be fine. And then we can start getting more sunflowers. I'm gonna go ahead and just plant the potato mine for this guy. It's cheap. And we've got enough time. That'll let us build up a little bit of sun. You have to give them enough time to activate like that. But once you do, they just one-shot something. So they're kind of like a cheaper version of the cherries. That might be a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. There we go. We're gonna do that just to get him to slow down. That'll also give us a little bit of backup for later. Take that guy out in one shot. There we go. We're gonna do this way up front. I'm gonna go ahead and get a potato mine started. That's seriously the final wave? Okay. So this is going to give us the frozen peas. Not great for what we're doing. It's a great stall, but considering we're trying to go fast, it is less good. I'm gonna go with this for an early start. Just get that potato mine as kind of a way to make sure that those first guys don't get through before I get a chance to get the pea shooters down, while I get my sun up and running here. Come on. And go ahead and get a walnut down, just to make sure that he doesn't mess with those. That was super inefficient, but it forces the next wave to start sooner. So time-wise, it's good. And I didn't have... Basically, we would have had to sit there and wait because I didn't have a lot of plants in those rows. Okay, we've got this for one. We've got a pretty solid battery going here, and I've got a cherry bomb lined up wherever the biggest influx seems to be, like right there. And we'll just do that for backup. There are more coming, which I was not expecting. We've got a freebie there. I'll go ahead and do that. Not sure if that potato bomb's going to be charged, but it'll still buy us a few seconds here. There we go. Oh, that was the middle wave. I forgot about the fact that there's two waves after a certain point. Okay, yes, that was my bad. We're gonna go ahead and do that so that guy slows down. We should be okay on that. But we're not gonna be okay on that one. We've got enough for a cherry bomb, so I'm not going to spend any more right now, just so I can get this up and running, unless we get enough for a potato mine. We're on our last wave. Let's go ahead and do that. And that should do it. These guys are great. They have a long cooldown, but they will just instantly kill something. Yeah, so chompers are kind of in the same category as these potato mines, where they take a long time to get going, but they're basically a one-shot. I'm gonna go ahead and actually just do that because apparently that works. And you know what? We're gonna do that. I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Need to get a walnut here. There we go. We might be in a little bit of trouble here. Yep. I'm actually going to save up here. Come on. Get that cherry bomb down. This is also going to be a problem. Slow them down a little bit with that potato mine. Even if it doesn't get to deploy, it can still have a purpose in slowing them down. I'm gonna do a second, or get a little bit more sun here. Our main problem right now is cooldown, not sun, but still good to have. Huge wave is probably bad. I'm gonna actually buy another one. Oh, this is final wave. Okay, that's okay then. So we can do this. There we go. And that gives us our double shooters, which are going to be the bread and butter of most of the run once we get going. Yeah, we'll go with that. Basically a 2-for-1 there. There we go. Feeling much better now. I had forgotten how important it was to have extra sun, so I'm gonna be feeling much more confident going forward here, because we can actually be a little bit more flexible. We can afford the more expensive stuff. I'm actually gonna buy some more. Investing in the future is important. See if we can get another one of these doubles. Right there. That was actually probably not the best spot for that, because we already have one there. But, oh, no, that actually works out pretty well. Let's make sure that that's protected. That is absolutely perfect. We'll do another one of these. We're not quite to the final wave yet, but we're getting close. And we've got enough for a cherry bomb. Pretty solid first couple rows here. There we go. We're about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. The aesthetic on this is always so fun. Oh. I thought this was another bowling situation, and it is definitely not. That's actually bad. We're gonna have to be a little bit more careful with that. And go ahead and just get this all lined up here. Preserve our piranha there. Potato mine so he doesn't jump over the walnut. When you don't have to deal with sun management, it's a lot easier to just kind of do whatever with this. Oh, it doesn't scroll them off the end. Okay, I feel a little dumb then, but that's okay. That actually works out really well. So now the main thing I need is just to get that guy. This is the other one that it's a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. Keep this guy, or keep these guys safe in the front line. I'm just gonna let this run for a little bit here. A few of our front line may drop here, and we may lose a few of our potato mines, but I feel like that's actually good at this point. Because we're running out of space, and that'll let us get some better shooters in. That guy... do one of those. Huge wave is approaching. Let's go ahead and I'm actually going to eliminate that one. That's not what I wanted to do. For that. Grab the wrong thing. Go ahead and grab that. There we go. There we go. Liberal use of cherry bombs. Gets a new plant, and that is the 0 sun cost mushrooms. Because the next area is the night. However, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this first video here. We're 41 minutes in for the after the first area, and that seems pretty good. There's 5 areas, so if we can keep this pace up, we should be good. I assume it's going to slow down a little bit as we go, but you know, we'll see. Hopefully you're enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. I'll catch you next time.